Yeah, it will be a significant moment in American politics, either way, really, on this confirmation. I think if Brett Kavanaugh is confirmed, it's important to remember what happened in 1992. 1991, we had the confirmation of Clarence Thomas, and then the Year of the Woman in 1992. Senator Dianne Feinstein is in Congress in part because of that, and the heavy reaction among women voters to that confirmation of Clarence Thomas. You could see the same thing happen in 2018. Women voters already moving away from Trump and the Republican Party in key House races. I think that would accelerate if Kavanaugh is confirmed. It would also motivate Republican voters to some extent, but I think it would be beneficial to Democrats, particularly in suburban districts. I think you would see huge numbers of women turning out to vote in reaction to what they would think is a really unfortunate confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh.
And Caitlin, I'm sure that you've been very busy over the last several days, weeks, months as well. What does your reporting suggest, and what do you think it means, specifically as we're talking about what happens with female voters in the upcoming midterm elections?
No, I do want to point out that this is a collision between two very significant trends of the current era. We have extreme partisanship and growing anger with the other side from both sides. You know, we're in a world where Democrats and Republicans, the animosity could not be higher. We also are in the middle of a cultural upheaval where with the Me Too movement, women are coming out and they're talking about abuses that stem back decades, and they're demanding justice for that. And with this confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh, you know, we're seeing those two things come to a head, where most Republicans want to confirm him. They know that it's crucial with their base that he gets confirmed, that they win this fight. And then most Democrats, you know, they think they need to defeat this nomination. But then the question is, what about people who aren't partisan, but who are just, you know, especially women who don't like the way that this has been handled? What do they do?
All right, Ben, let me turn back to you and ask one of my famous compound questions. Question one is, what are you hearing, if anything, about a wavering vote from Jeff Flake, who said last night that he was going to vote in favor of the nomination? And number two is to post midterms. Let's assume the Democrats take the House. Not that I'm saying I think they will, but a lot of people do. Let's assume they do. Does anything get done in the next 2 years?
All right, well, let's start with Flake. I think obviously the delay in this vote in the Judiciary Committee is in part a result of his apparently wavering. I don't have inside information on what he's ultimately going to do, but it does seem like he's deep in conversations. I think part of that, if you saw the video, I'm sure you guys probably played the video of him being confronted in the Senate by some women who were very angry about his decision to vote in favor of this nomination, talking about their own experiences with sexual assault and harassment. He looked spooked by that. I think that probably gave him pause. It's a very dangerous place to be for him. So I think he is considering his vote at this point. In terms of the next Congress, I think you're right to hint that Democrats will take the House. It's certainly moving in that direction. This will probably push it further in that direction. All indications are they take it. Very different story in the Senate. Very hard for them to do that. I would be surprised if you have divided government in Washington in 2018 that there is a whole lot getting done. Democrats are not going to want to give President Trump big wins on infrastructure or any kind of other stimulus. I think you're looking at gridlock for 2 years.